I am a memory keeper, a world builder. I'm a documentarian, an artist, a witness. I'm a storyteller and a historian. I'm a time traveler, crossing continuums of time and space, perception and memory. But I'm also a revisionist, crossing a line between fiction and reality. I am a scrapbooker. Scrapbooking is powerful. Scrapbooking is magic. Unlike the mundane nature of a photo album, you can quickly page through a photo album, but you savor and devour scrapbooks. Well-curated and executed scrapbooks tell a story, and that story can be anything you want it to be. As the artist, you control the message, you control the narrative. I challenge you to shake your preconceived notions of what you think scrapbooking is and be open to the possibility of what it could be, of how you can use the art of scrapbooking to create lasting and powerful messages for yourself and for the people that you love. We are inundated with photos. Now, anyone on Facebook or Instagram can attest to that. There are an estimated 35 billion photos uploaded to Instagram and 200 million photos shared on Facebook every day. And although we're taking, sharing, and posting an unprecedented amount of photos via digital media, we're remembering less and less. A study in the Journal of Psychological Science found that the more photos we take and accumulate of a given event, the less of that event we actually remember. But it's not just the taking of photographs that's clouding our memories. I believe that the act of looking at old photos has a way of distorting how we view the past. I'd like to take you on a quick thought exercise. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable. Think back to a happy time from your childhood. Birthday party, family trip, vacation. Now fixate on a specific moment during that time and engage your visual memory. Where are you? What does it look like? Who are you with? What are you wearing? Now let's try to dig a little bit deeper. Engage your other senses. What does it smell like? What sounds do you hear? Can you feel the hot sun against your skin or cold winter breeze on your cheek? Can you remember what you were feeling in that moment or what you were thinking in that moment? Come back to the present and open your eyes for a minute and file that memory away. We'll get back to that in a second. I had this epiphany on a recent family trip I took with my family to Disney in 2015. Now, prior to the trip, I thought I had vivid memories of a family vacation I had taken to Disneyland with my parents and my little sister 35 years ago. And when I walked into the park with my husband and my daughter, things visually looked kind of how I expected them to be, somewhat familiar. But I had the strangest sensation. It felt as though it were the first time I had ever been there. In fact, I had no memory of ever having been there. And in that moment, I realized what I was remembering wasn't the experience, but a handful of yellowed photos that my parents had preserved in a photo album from that trip 35 years ago. I remembered the photos and not the experience. And I remembered those photos in excruciating detail, down to the yellow and red velour sweatshirt that I was wearing and the bright blue windbreaker tied in a really awkward knot around my waist. Now think back to your remembered moment. Were you actually in the moment, remembering being there? Or were you like me? Were you remembering a photograph you had seen in a dusty family photo album countless times? That is the source of my power. Photos manipulate memory, and I masterfully curate those manipulating photos to create the reality of my choosing. Now, I have a very specific focus. I am intentionally guiding how my daughter views her past through the conscious act of scrapbooking key moments I believe mattered. Many parents document the conventionally accepted milestones of a life: a first step, a first bath, birthday cake adorably smeared across a toddler's eager face. Now, those are beautiful and heartwarming moments, but not the things I capture in my scrapbook. I choose to highlight the sensationally eclectic moments of the everyday, the times when my daughter did something simply amazing, when she lived her true and authentic self. Times like when she built a blood machine out of a broken wind chime and an exercise band, the purpose of which was to clean bad blood in people's bodies and heal them. Or one of the many non-Halloween related times when my daughter dressed up in her not-so-secret alter ego, Goldie, a half unicorn, half ice princess superhero with more power than Wonder Woman, Superman, and all the X-Men combined. A lot of children celebrate the loss of a first tooth, but how many remember building their first robot? A lot of families gather around and have barbecues and document that in the summertime. But how many families document the time they spent gathered around a kitchen table creating their first snap circuit to power a flying fan? Everyone enjoys the winter holidays, and gift giving, and meals, but how many have devoted a page in their scrapbook to the walk of imagination after a first snowfall, looking for evidence of snow fairies among the fallen flakes? These are the moments that I remember, and the moments I want her to remember. They are a rich tapestry of experiences that are shaping her sense of self and her personality. And in these moments, I caught a peek at the woman my daughter is becoming, the quirky and intelligent little creature who believes she can do anything. My handmade scrapbooks represent a diverse array of accomplishments and moments that have comprised her life. They are a very specifically curated series of events, lovingly embellished with sequins and stickers and glitter, lots of glitter, and joyfully affixed to brightly patterned paper in support of the empowering messages that I've been whispering into her ear at bedtime since the day she was born. You are bright, fierce, talented, and beautiful, and you have the capability to do or be anything. Now that's my message. You have the power to create your own message. In fact, I invite all of you to join me in being time-traveling, memory-manipulating storytelling artists. And to get you started, I'll even share one of my master tips. It's more about the quality of the moment you capture than the quality of the photograph. Now, there are 100 crafty ways to fix a bad photo. You know you can crop people out of photos. You can creatively mat them. You can use embellishments and stickers to cover rips or tears or draw focus to other parts of the page. But picking the moment, that's what's really important. Of the 525,000 minutes in a given year, what were the minutes that mattered to you? The minutes where you lived your unique and authentic truth. The minutes that you were surrounded by the people you love and care about. The minutes that filled your heart with joy and pride and passion. Those minutes are really easy for me to identify. In my household, we celebrate strength, curiosity, and intellectual pursuits. We are Team Simon, a very quirky tribe that enjoy going to board game conventions, debating the relevance of vintage pop culture, giving each other the business, and of course, loads and loads of imaginative play. These are the moments that I've chosen to weave into my daughter's narrative. I highlight the times where she showed her inner and outer strength, her limitless creativity, and her brilliant mind. These are the moments that matter to me and the moments that I hope will matter to her. and I weave these moments into a tapestry using words and pictures. Because words alone are transient. They don't last. They flow out of our mouths and into the world, but they're fleeting and they're fragile. Even the I love yous or the I hate yous, in the moment, they can warm your heart or burn your soul, but they really don't last. And photos are a bit more lasting, but on their own, they don't tell a story. Now, scrapbooks. Scrapbooks are fixed and ripe with narrative. They're moments forever preserved like flies in amber. And they're moments that you can consciously create. You can travel through time. You can manipulate memories. You can craft lasting and powerful messages that are meaningful to you and to the people that you love. And as a time-traveling artist, you can do this anytime. You can travel back into the past, begin with the present, or even anticipate the future. When my time-traveling days are over, memories will not be all my daughter has. She will have volumes and volumes of well-worn scrapbooks documenting the extraordinary story of her life and showing her indeed that she is bright and fierce, talented and beautiful, and that she can do or be anything. And if any time she doubts it, she can find the evidence in the pages of my scrapbooks.